Go for it.
Am I supposed to hear anything?
Not yet. You're going to get a 10-second delay.
Oh.
You just talk to me.
But I want to hear the show.
You're going to hear the show 10 minutes late. 10 seconds late.
Why? Why am I going to hear it on delay?
Hey, how are you? Hi to everybody. Welcome to the Chuck and Lisa show. We were having a conversation.
That's going to be confusing.
You'll have a delay for a second.
I can't. I hear a 10-second
You're going to hear
delay?
the show. 10 seconds late. 10 seconds. Hi, we're back from the beach. It was a great time. We went to Key West. We're getting ready for the Christmas.
What?
Hey, I'm getting that too.
What? The little...
Yeah. So I'm going to plug. Dersh, text me if you need me.
So we're not going to do call-in yet? We're not
going to do call-ins until next week.
All right.
We're still getting our sea legs. Welcome. Let me try this again. Welcome to the Chuck and Lisa show. It's great to see you guys. We're back from the beach. That's probably partly why we're discombobulated a little bit.
Beach.
Well, it's not a beach. It's Key West.
Well, no, people need to know that because they go there thinking it's a beach, and it's not a beach. It's an island with really horrible beaches because there's coral that...
Right. Oh my gosh, it was so pretty though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean there is a beach if you want to go to the if you want to go to the beach, don't go to the Key West because that's not a beach.
Yeah. Right, that's not the place to go. Except for that little point. What is it? The southernmost point. There's a little beach.
There's there's South Beach.
South Beach.
There's 4 beaches, but none of them are spectacular. There's like so many better beaches in Florida that you could go to.
For sure.
Anyway, as Dershi can confirm.
Right.
Like up on the Redneck Riviera where the white sand and all that.
Oh, it's, yeah.
But anyway, Key West is really Key Weird.
Key Weird?
Remember,
you know, it was really kind of Key Us this time. I mean, there was some younger people, but it was mostly...
always, the average age of people that go there is like 46. So
that's
average,
a little bit younger than that.
I mean, average.
Yeah,
so
but it seemed like it was closer to our side this time. And this was my first time there.
And you didn't want to go.
I really didn't want to go.
Because?
Well, of the past reputation of the island. It was they love guys.
No. It was both. It was both. It was.
Yeah, but the reputation.
No. What I'm saying is, it's not that they love guys. It's that it's gay.
Oh well, it's gay. Women.
Mostly men. Mostly men. But
mostly men. That's why I said it that way. But it was.
It's toned.
It seems like it's different than the old reputation was, and.
Well, go to Fantasy Fest though and get back. Well, that's what we should do.
Get back to me.
Fantasy Fest is like Mardi Gras, toned down and safer.
Yeah.
And a little gayer.
Yeah. So the trip. Let's talk about the trip first because it's before Christmas, and we're really not going to do politics so much. Just talk about the trip and what we're doing and what you guys are doing. I want you guys in the chat room. Tell us what your plans are for Christmas, or
and what you want us to talk about.
What you want us to talk about, either tonight or next week.
Because next week is the last show of the year.
That's true. Next week is the New Year's show, huh?
No, it's the day after Christmas.
Right. So that'll be the New Year's show.
Yeah. So think about if you have anything that you are going to resolve to do, or
I hate resolutions.
Yeah.
You never do them. They sound fluffy and nice.
No, I did one last year, which obviously didn't work, but it wasn't a resolution. It was just like a kind of a thought.
Yeah.
Guess what I was going to do this year?
What were you going to do this year?
Not buy any more clothes.
How'd that turn out?
That turned out okay for like a month.
And
then I discovered the leggings.
But
I did get rid of a lot of other clothes that were yucky.
Yep.
So
I bought some nappy stuff down in Key West as some of the pictures, the pictures that I've shown
Nappy
people.
stuff.
Well, not nappy, but cool looking.
What does
nappy
mean?
Well, it's an old school that
Is
my
that
grandfather
British?
would have said.
No.
My grandfather would have said it. Yeah.
You're funny.
Yes, as Durst says, the loop are going to be the pictures of us on our trip. It was a lot of fun. I mean, if you've ever been to more important, if you've never been to Key West, chickens. I'd never been to Key West. I had no idea there were chickens freaking everywhere.
I forgot to tell you that part. They just let the chickens roam. Like, they're not really like feral chickens, but they sort of are because they don't really belong to anybody.
Right, but they're not unfriendly.
Oh, they'll
come right up to you for food.
You can throw food at them or whatever. Yeah.
They're kind of like pigeons in New York
They're
City,
pretty,
I guess.
though.
Except they don't fly.
And they're pretty.
Well, they're much prettier than pigeons, that's for sure.
There's a lot of roosters, and some of the roosters are confused and crow all night long.
Yeah.
But we're used to that because we have a confused rooster across the street who also crows all night long, so it's just like being at home.
And what does he say all night?
Stupid rooster!
Stupid rooster!
Stupid rooster! That's what it sounds like.
It does. Well, we have some of those down there, so apparently they're all stupid roosters.
Stupid rooster! It's not cock-a-doodle-doo, it's
stupid
rooster.
They do it all day, all night.
Yeah.
But that was a lot of fun. I'm going to sound like the freaking tourist board for Key West.
I mean,
this time.
you?
Well, let's start with our trip down.
So didn't want to go
there. What made it so cool, though? First of all, we get on this van.
After we flew down
there. The flight was perfectly
cool.
So
a lot of people, wait, you gotta make this straight. Okay, so there's many ways to get there. You can fly straight into Key West, which is kind of expensive, but not crazy expensive. A lot of people either fly into Fort Lauderdale or Miami, and then a lot of people rent a car, drive down to Key West. The thing is, though, you don't need a car when you're there, and there's nowhere to park.
Right.
So it's really cool to drive like a convertible down through all the Keys, but basically you should turn it back in when you get there and get it back when you don't need it for like a week or whatever.
It's amazing how many Mustang convertibles
there are. I know.
Oh my! I was like, "There's your car. There's your car. There's your car.
And
there's
so
your car."
Everybody maybe might do that once, but like I have a Mustang convertible.
Right. So it's not novel for you.
Like, no, I mean, it's a pretty drive, but it's not.
We don't need to drive 1,200 miles to prove anything. We'll fly down for an hour and then, an hour and a half.
Fly down for an hour and a half?
Well, no, I mean, how long was the flight from here to Fort Lauderdale?
An hour and a half? Like an hour 45.
That's a whole lot better than a 12-hour drive anymore, you know? At least to that point. And then the idea of taking the van, you got to chill out.
I didn't even know. Yeah, I didn't even know there was a shuttle.
The shuttle was so neat.
It was, I think it was like $100 a piece, maybe?
No, it was 80.
No, it was 100, I think.
Oh, was it? Okay.
But it was for both ways.
Well, there
crazy.
you go. Yeah, that's cool. And the driver, John. John, shout out to you if you're watching.
Oh, so the name of the thing is Key West Shuttle. You have to pick them, not the other ones, because I did my research and some of the other ones are flaky.
And John is like a brother from another mother for me. He and I hit it off immediately.
It's so funny.
And we are chatting the whole time and talking about
cheesy jokes.
Oh yeah. Well, that's good fun. You know, we're entertaining the crowd in the bus.
Where we should eat.
Because there's about 9-10 people on the bus, I guess.
I think on the way down there were 6.
There was less. It was more. 7. Well, on the way down, we were in this rickety old bus.
Oh my god!
And John, he's hauling butt. He's like, I got to get this drive done, and he gets himself a speeding ticket, first one in his life. Poor guy, but he'll get out of it.
Yeah, but he also got pulled over. Roger Ramjet.
Oh my god! Tell that story.
The meanest. He looked like he was 12, and he was just pissed off at the world.
Right.
And he wouldn't listen to anything, and John tried to get out of the car and show him his insurance. He's like, I told you to stay in the car. Do you want to get shot?
He actually said that,
He did say that.
I know, I couldn't believe it.
And then after he gave him the ticket, he called the shuttle company and told on him.
Yeah, I know.
He was just a mean little cop.
Well, you know the type.
But,
Little
yeah,
Bennett.
He probably got beat up when he was little.
The little Napoleon.
Right. He probably got beat up when he was. But
Roger,
anyway.
Roger Ramjet.
But anyway, yeah.
I
So I think he wanted to shoot somebody.
I think you're probably right. But I told John he probably better not get out of the truck next time they give him a document. Just wait. So anyway, we had a great drive down. We saw a lot of stuff. Saw Fred, the tree that grows in the middle of this 7 Mile Bridge. The 7 Mile Bridge.
7 Mile Bridge.
Grows right smack in the middle of it, roundabout.
So, about the 7 Mile Bridge.
And then there's a little one called Barney. And then
and Wilma.
Wilma's right next to Fred, and then Barney's a little one next to it.
Here, like this. So backstory on the 7 Mile Bridge. In the early 1900s, they wanted to build a railroad that went out of Key West so they could be a major port. And I know that it went at one point to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, because I've seen tickets in the past that, that would be so cool. Ride the train from Chapel Hill to Key West, and it was like, at the time, it was like $20 or $15 or some crazy thing. So they built that bridge.
Right.
But it turned out that the railroad, it just never really happened. It was just really hard to build, and so they turned it into a auto bridge. But then they had to rebuild it because it basically fell apart. So now they have this old bridge sitting next to the one that you're actually driving on.
And that old bridge is 100 years old.
They're gonna rehab it so that people can use it as almost like a greenway.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because that'd be a heck of a workout.
Would you hush?
That would almost be like us walking around town. That we'll get to later.
You don't have to walk all the way across the 7 Mile Bridge either.
Well, there's that little town thing in the middle.
Well, no, what I'm saying is you can walk as far as you want and then turn around, but it's still really cool because you're over the water.
I thought that little island there that was in the middle of the bridge that you could walk off of, and it was there and it had a house. And
where the workers used to live.
Yeah, where the workers used to live.
I can't remember the name of it. Sorry.
I can't either.
But anyway, keys are cool.
No, well, then we got there. It was quite late, but it was pretty. And the first thing we saw was a parade coming down the street.
Right.
Apparently those are common.
No, not so much.
No? So they greeted us, basically, it seemed.
Well, it was a Christmas parade.
Right.
That's the other thing. I've never been there when it's sort of Christmassy.
Right. So the next day we got up, had our coffee on the porch, greeted everybody on Twitter and Facebook and all that good stuff.
And the place that we stayed was a bed and breakfast.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
We have to recommend that as well. It's named Duval Gardens.
Duval Gardens. That place is gorgeous.
Right on the southern end of Duval Street.
Right. Like 5 blocks from the water. About 5?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think so. It was, I recommend that place highly. The people that own it,
they're really sweet.
They're really nice.
That lady didn't own it.
No, she just worked there 3 days a week.
3 days a week. She's like, I got the perfect job. I work 3 days a week.
No, that's a George Jetson job. I want one of those. My job was supposed to start out that way, remember?
Yeah. But anyway, they were really sweet, and they had little continental breakfast every morning, which Chuck was like, "What? We don't get real food?"
I know. I want eggs and bacon.
Well, they're not allowed.
I know.
They're not allowed to cook. So, I mean, if you stay in a different hotel with a kitchen or whatever.
I wouldn't want to, though. I mean, we didn't even have a microwave in the room. We had a refrigerator. We never did turn on the TV.
Never. The whole entire time.
Not one time.
And we didn't take our computers.
When's the
last time that ever happened? Never.
Because we're both Uber geeks and have extremely fast laptops that we take everywhere with us. So then, the next day we went and acted like tourists. That was fun.
Yeah, it was a little hot that day.
Yeah.
So.
Well, those Russians.
Oh.
You got to tell that story.
Oh, what? About the makeup thing?
The makeup.
Oh, yeah. So there's people standing in the doorway like, can I give you a sample of soap? I'm not going to imitate their accents because that would be offensive, and I can't do it anyway.
Everything offends somebody anyway.
You know, And so they give you samples of this little soap, and it smells really good, and they're, like, wrapping it up for you. They're like, come back here. We have, like, this great product that you might want to try. So they put this eye stuff on one of your eye, under your eye.
Yeah.
And then they don't do the other eye.
On purpose.
On purpose. And then they give you a fan, so it, like, dries under your eye. And tell me when I say like. So it dries under your eye, but basically it's just kind of a gel collagen thing that just pulls your eyes up, your skin up, not your eyes.
And the whole time he's doing the sales thing,
he's really good at it though. Like when you said something, how much does what was it? How much does this cost? He was like, "Hey!" Like, like he
pick up the phone, give us a call.
He would just ignore. Don't look at the price.
I know.
I see you looking. That's not the right price.
And I looked it up. I'm like, $1,000.
Yeah. So they wanted to sell you this
little
tube. This tube of stuff that was supposedly for a year. And the price was $1,000, but then it wasn't because it was half price. But then they would give you like some other stuff and some other stuff and some other stuff. And we were just going. Oh, finally I said, "Honey, are you hungry? I'm really starving. We got to go eat lunch."
Right.
And he tried his best, and he was really good, but I don't need. First of all, I don't really need that stuff.
Right.
I really don't. Most people can't guess how old I am, so I really don't need that eye stuff. But the whole rest of the trip, we knew when people were standing in the doorways trying to give us free samples of things, walk faster and go, because they were going to try and make us go in there and buy their stupid collagen eye cream. So that was a waste of 20 minutes.
So it was really funny because this guy's trying so hard to get him a $500 sale. I mean,
he was very personable. He really was.
Well, you can also tell he'd done his shtick about 4 bazillion times.
Right. I wonder I guess they sell that stuff. They must.
Oh, well, they hit all these people on tour ships.
Oh, right.
They're easy. I mean, all these places.
Oh, plus old ladies with wrinkles are like, "Oh my goodness, I am so beautiful."
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, Lisa.
So I walked around with one eye that looked really nice and the other one that didn't.
But what about your Korean stuff that you bought online? The exact same stuff.
I have this stuff, and it's such a funny name, but it's I think the name of the company is Eliza Becca or something like that. It has a funny name because it's Korean. It's called Milky Piggy Salt Cream.
Right.
Because it has a lot of collagen in it. That's the piggy part. That's where the collagen comes from. And I think I paid $15 for a huge, I want to say it's about a cup. A literal, like a...
Right, a fluid cup.
Yeah. And stuff's great. It's really great.
Like, it's the same thing.
If anybody...
put that on my eyes when we got home that night.
Didn't it feel good?
Well, I was like, it feels like the stuff that costs $500
It's the same thing. But on a total tangent, a lot of Korean skincare is really, really good for.
Oh yeah, really they take it really seriously.
But a really inexpensive price too.
Yeah.
They don't want to charge you.
Oh, I lived there so long ago, but it was cheap.
But it's actually a thing now.
Yeah.
Their stuff's so inexpensive.
Oh yeah.
So inexpensive, and most of the stuff is really good.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
So then we got goo put on our eyes, and then
we went shopping.
We went to Wendy's.
Yeah, we went to Wendy's. Ironically,
we're in Key West. Really? Okay, whatever. We're gonna eat somewhere else for dinner.
Oh yeah. What did we have for dinner that night?
We ordered. Because we got lazy, remember? We ordered
Cuban
sandwiches.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were so good. But that was from that one good Cuban.
Fernandi.
Yeah, that was it. That's the name. Very good place. If you get down there, Fernandi is awesome.
Yeah.
I see Coach Prasek has his joke thing going on tonight. I am not going to quote that.
So this
only
is
because
kind of
I think we're rated PG
this
or
is
something.
Kind of funny because during Fantasy Fest, they have guys walking around with like breast size measurer costumes or whatever.
Oh, we are going to go there. We just became rated R.
Oh.
No, that's okay.
No, not really. No, I'm saying during Fantasy Fest, the guys are like have costumes. It's like,
oh yeah,
you know, like
I would
measure your breast size or something.
Yeah.
There's a little hole.
Do they hang out on Duval Street then?
Oh, absolutely.
Is that where they are?
Oh, it's huge. It's
I didn't
huge.
know.
It's like Mardi Gras. But then there's only a parade on I think Saturday.
You know what? Honestly, I want to go back this time of the year because the weather was perfect. You had the Christmas breeze.
You still have to go one time during Fantasy Fest.
Only because you want to see me cringing my butt cheeks tighten up.
No. It's not.
I'm kidding.
No. Regular people go, but they let their freak out. You know, like women will, because it's you can't be topless, but if you get yourself painted,
right,
then you're allowed to walk around like that.
Paint clothes.
So there's women that do that.
There's clothes
My
that all
sister,
but do that anyway.
My sister, being a smartass,
did she do that?
listen to this. She got an athletic bra.
Yeah.
And then she got a guy to paint boobies on the bra.
That's funny.
And then she walked around like that. She could have sold those. She really could have.
That's funny.
Because we were like, oh my god, it's so hilarious. And she wasn't naked, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's kind of almost a different, like I've been there both.
Yeah.
And I said like again. I'm sorry.
I guess the next day we kicked it in, to change the subject from boobies for now.
No, we're good.
I guess the next day we started doing more stuff, right?
We
only did 3 miles the first day.
Let me look it up.
I know. Lisa's going to tell you the distances we walked every day, which was a great challenge, but also really, really fun. So the next day
and that was Friday.
Right.
Oh, you mean
Saturday.
No, Saturday, right?
So Saturday we actually did. What night did we do the boat? Was that Sunday or Saturday?
That was Saturday night.
That's what I thought.
And you didn't want to do the boat.
Well, I really thought it was going to be some boring thing.
Well, the whole time you're like, we're just going down there to get drunk. I'm like, no, we're not going down there to get drunk.
No, I really thought we were going to just have a nice cocktail. Well, anyway, start it the day before we get to the punchline, because that was funny. The night was funny.
Oh. So Saturday, I thought we meant to not walk around as much.
I know, but we ended up doing more walking.
Right.
Oh, that's when we went to Hemingway and the Maywood Yard. And we saw the aquarium.
That was okay. The Hemingway was the first day because we went down to Southernmost Point, and all those people were standing in line to take a picture with it, which was silly. Dumb because it's not.
There it is.
Yeah, I got my selfie. And then we walked around. We didn't go in Hemingway House because I've been in there before and it's not all that, and they charge.
And I'm tall enough to see over the fence and take pictures.
It's not really a gorgeous house on the inside. I got pictures of the cats.
Yeah, you know, so that's all anybody cares about anyway.
It's okay.
I did see the 6-toed cats. I saw 2 of them: an orange one and a black one.
Yeah. So we just walked around.
Hey, by the way, you guys that are watching, please, everybody, make comments, ask questions, do what you want.
Tell us if you've been there before, if you want to go.
Yeah,
we really just ended up walking around a lot that day.
We really did the sights, you know. We went.
But we didn't do.
The aquarium.
We didn't do
was
that was Sunday.
That was Sunday.
But it doesn't matter really.
Yeah.
We didn't do the stupid tourist things.
Yeah.
We didn't go to Margaritaville. We didn't go. We walked by them, but we didn't go to Sloppy Joe's. We didn't go to Captain Tony's. We didn't go to Hog's Breath. One thing I kind of regret, we didn't go to Blue Heaven, but that's a pretty good place to eat. Well,
they'll give us something to do next time.
Yeah. They have a lot of chickens there.
Yeah, there's chickens everywhere.
Yeah.
It just blew my mind.
There's a lot of cute little houses. There's a lot of big, nice houses.
Beautiful houses. There's a lot of houses that need rehabbing, by the way.
Right, but don't talk. I mean, if you have $1 million,
that's true. You know what?
You can buy a crazy tiny fixer-upper that's about the size of our house, which is under 700 square feet, and the house not rehabbed, you pay almost $600,000 for. because there's limited amount of lots there. They're never going to be any
You're on
more.
a 3 Mile Island.
They're never going to be any more, and it's primo.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So we saw all sorts of houses we thought we'd imagine redoing and stuff like
fun.
that. And that was good fun.
We play that game a lot.
Oh, well, we enjoy it. Well, we have HGTV on in the background here.
Right. Well, I mean, we do play that game a lot. Don't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
we enjoy that. Let's hope I can do this quickly and get rid of the sound.
Oh, yeah.
Get rid of the sound.
Mute. Oh, that's ugly.
There we go.
Yeah, so there's a lot of really adorable little houses, big houses.
Yeah. So then...
There used to be trailer parks, but they took them all out.
Yeah, they're all gone. You were talking about trailer parks before.
Yeah.
Not a one that I saw.
No, there's none anymore. That's the thing, though. They took all the affordable housing out, and now they have help wanted signs all over the place because they can't find people to work because they took all the affordable housing away.
Oh, wow. Coach Bracek was in Key West during disaster relief after the hurricane.
Yeah.
But it kind of wasn't there. That sucks. It looks really good now.
When was that?
What year was that, Coach?
That must have been a long time ago because they haven't really gotten hit hard in a while.
Not in a while.
No, the Middle Keys did. From Irma.
Now back to that thing about us not getting drunk when we were there. Saturday
you
night.
Kept saying that,
I know.
You kept saying that. You were like, I don't know why. Like, I was such a wild child, but I really don't want
I was a maniac coming up.
I really don't want to drink while I'm
I've kind of gotten bored with...
Well, you're a lot of fun.
But I've kind of gotten bored with the idea of getting buzzed. I mean, good and buzzed. And then you go to sleep. Sometimes you're...
Your second wind.
Then and then the next morning you go, oh my God, what did I do to myself?
Well, now, not then.
Well, yeah, back then it was like,
yeah.
let's do it again. Yeah. Let's have Bloody Marys.
So basically, I just wanted to. There are these places. There's Fat Tuesdays, which a lot of people know.
Yeah.
There's a place called Flying Monkey.
We went there.
And there's a new place called Wet Willie's, which we didn't go to. But they basically have Slurpee machines with 20 different kinds of drinks in them.
Right.
Like, you can get, I said again, you can get...
Like? Nah.
You can get a White Russian, you can get a Pina Colada, a daiquiri, a thing called a Grainerade, which is orange something and grain alcohol. You can get a
they also had a 151 rum.
Right.
I almost thought about doing
You should have gotten that one. That one's so good.
Well, I also didn't plan on. Well, anyway, yeah.
Anyway, so I just got one per day.
Yeah, so that was fun.
In my past, I would get 2 or 3.
Right. We had dinner there Sunday night, though, right?
We had lunch there.
Okay. So anyway, Saturday night.
So Saturday night, we went to the...
We go on the boat.
To the boat. You were going, oh my God, we're going to die.
What? I thought we were going to be
Even our taxi driver was like, you should go to the other booze cruise on the other side. This is out in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Basically, it wasn't on the
main side.
It wasn't on the sunset side of the island. It was off to the, what would that be? Off
south. North.
No, if that's south, then this would be west.
Okay, west.
Right?
Yeah. It's only 3 miles long.
Right. So it was out where the houseboats are.
Yes.
A lot of houseboats.
Oh, those were pretty. Those were neat.
Yeah,
they're kind of famous.
That's where
they're like the trailer park.
That's right. That's where the pier is.
Yeah.
Or is that what it's called? The pier?
Yeah, the piers.
So,
no, the skiff, the slips.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So we go out there, and we're the first ones there. And what was it? A catamaran?
Yeah, it was a catamaran party deck. It was about 25 feet long, 30 feet long, maybe. It was a pretty big one.
But you were kind of being an Eeyore about it.
Well, then the beer started flowing.
We paid, I want to say $80 for both of us. We got a Groupon.
Yeah, that was
cheap
cool.
like that.
I think everybody on there was on Groupon.
Probably. There was a bridal party.
Yeah,
so that
there was a bridal party. They were funny.
We were...
Then a group of guys.
I want to say, I guess we were the us and our buddies were the oldest people there.
Yep. Yep.
But it filled up, so that was nice.
Yep. Met a bunch of nice people.
You can have, once they leave the dock, because they can't serve you until they leave, you can have as much beer or wine as you want in the 2 hours that you're on the cruise.
Right.
And they have...
And boy, were they trying to make it easy to do that.
And they have craft beer.
Yeah.
And they have...
That session beer that I had was really nice. It tasted. They said it tasted like Budweiser, but I don't think quite that. I don't quite.
The reason they said that was because people that don't like any kind of weird beer would like
craft
that.
Beers. I'm not a big IPA fan. I'll be honest.
No, it's too hoppy.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
Hey, Jim joined us. Welcome, Jim. So we're on this boat. We're talking to people, and the beers are flowing, and the beers keep flowing, and then we meet this
and the wine,
of course,
and Moscato,
and then we meet
the people that are sitting next to us.
Michael and Lynn. Michael and Lynn.
They're our age. Oh, we think.
Yeah, but they think they're 20 still.
Well, Michael was so chill. He was just
but he was hammering the whole. He was drinking heavy the whole time.
I know, but he was just he's a cop,
former cop,
retired cop.
Yep.
From Boston.
From Boston, yeah. And she's from Liverpool.
She's from Liverpool, and her whole family hates the fucking cops.
Hates the fucking cops, but she fell in love with the fucking cop. And then she was already drunk.
Oh my
and
God.
I love the fucking cop.
I know.
It's so funny.
She was so funny, and she was going on about how her kids can't wear jeans to church.
Oh yeah, she's very strict.
She has rules.
But she's very proper English, and she was talking about Liverpool,
right?
And that was pretty cool.
And then they asked if they could share
a
cab with us back
and
to
then
Duval
I knew
Street.
we were going drinking.
Then I knew we were going out.
When they wanted to go out with us, I was like, "Oh God, here we go." Because we've both done that dance enough in our life. Hey, let's take a cab.
All right, which is kind of funny because it was $10 for 2 people or $20 for 4 people. So sharing a cab wasn't. They just wanted to ride with us.
They just wanted to hang with us.
It was the same. So.
Yeah. So we went to
pink bathroom.
We went to Squirrel Alert.
So we went back to our place.
Right.
And we were sitting there, and they're like, "Do you want to go out?" Or no, they said we're going to Irish Kevin's.
Right. And that immediately stopped us going in the door.
So we said, "Okay, we're going to Irish Kevin's."
Because you wanted to go there again anyway.
I've never been to Irish Kevin's. Oh, I've been to Irish Kevin's like 15 years ago. Yeah. They used to have $2 margaritas or something.
They don't anymore.
Well, no.
No. But, so anyway, we get a couple drinks there and stuff.
Oh,
SantaCon!
No, wait.
Don't forget
First of all, we all had to use the restroom. Right. So we stopped at another place on the way down and used the restroom. Me and my best friend Lynn went in the restroom together because, what the hell, I've only known her an hour, so we can go to the bathroom together, right?
Of course, that's how women are.
Why not?
But what did you forget in there?
I don't know. I don't know.
Can you say iPhone?
No. You ruined my story.
Oh, no, tell the story.
So apparently I left my phone in there because I had to sit it down.
Right.
So then we went to Irish Kevin's. So when we get to Irish Kevin's, we're sitting there, we have a beer or whatever. I wanted to take a picture of something, so I went to get my phone. I have no phone. I'm just buzzed enough, or drunk, whatever, that I don't remember that I left my phone at Caroline's, and so I don't have a phone. So Lynn goes, "I'm gonna find your fucking phone. That's the last thing I do."
Lynn is on the fucking job.
Right. So I put I sort of know how Find My Phone works, but she puts my number in her phone and is trying to find it, and then all of a sudden my daughter calls, who I guess is my contact in Find My Phone, and she says, "You left your phone at the last bar you went to, Mom." I'm like, "We didn't go to another." Oh, wait, we went to the bathroom there. We didn't go to the bar. Right. So I'm good. I know where my phone is. It's all good. I just can't take pictures.
Yeah.
which is people kept asking me why didn't I take pictures of the SantaCon.
Right,
so
right.
Go ahead with that.
Right. So Lisa got her phone on the way back to the house anyway, and that worked out fine, which was really cool. I'm a little anxious about that.
I
one.
wasn't.
But SantaCon.
So they have a thing every year, which we didn't go to.
What was it? Drunk Kevin's? What's this thing?
Irish Kevin's.
Well, it's Irish is drunk.
Irish Kevin's. It's called Irish Kevin's. We used to call it Dead Kevin's, but that's another story.
That's another story for another show.
Right.
So I'm sitting there, and I'm wearing my. Am I wearing my tie-dye shirt?
You were wearing.
I had my awesome tie-dye shirt on that I'm sure that Mr. Dershey has posted up on the pictures there.
Well, how do I see the pictures? Do I? Make it play?
That one may not be on there. I'll have to get that.
No, I mean, how do I see the pictures in general?
They continue.
Where?
Hit the in that little box.
Thank you.
Hit play if it's not playing.
Oh, I see it now.
There you go.
So anyway, there's a thing called SantaCon every year in Key West where people gather together and dress up like Santa or not. Santa. I mean, there's like some women's, there's some really lame Santas, some really good, but they do it every year.
Yep.
But we didn't go to it because we were on the boat.
Yep. So I'm sitting there tilting one back, and the Santa comes up. He was a wild-looking Santa, too.
He wasn't very good.
He wasn't very good, but he was he was funny.
He looked more like an elf.
He wanted to take a picture of me, who he dubbed the tie-dye Santa. And I just went, ho, 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 I love that. So I adopted that. And now I'm going to do a tie-dye Santa. We're going to get me a tie-dye hat.
It's on the way.
And we're going to get me a tie-dye coat, too.
And pants.
And pants.
And pants.
And then we're going to go back down there and do the SantaCon. And I'm going to do it as the tie-dye Santa because that guy gave me an outstanding idea. And I love it. So that's that.
And little kids think you're Santa anyway.
Yep. Oh, I get that all the time. All right. Well, before I continue the story, Coach said he was there back in the 90s.
Okay, I think that's when my ex-brother-in-law was there, and there was a bad hurricane.
And in reference to the night's partying, he said, as long as you can hold onto a blade of grass and not fall off the face of the earth, you're not really drunk.
They don't have any grass in Key West. I mean, they do, but not on Duval Street.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the homeless guys.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that.
No, I'm saying holding on. They were holding on to the street lamps as they walked out.
Lastly, Dersh says he likes Sessions Black. It's one of his favorites.
I bet they have it.
We're going to have to find that beer.
I bet they have it at that Foofy beer place down the street.
I was rather impressed with that.
It's easy to find.
Yeah. So anyway, we
got drunk.
we ended up getting drunk in Key West, which kind of seems like you had to once. But it seemed like it was predestined whether I wanted it to or not.
But, okay, so here's the thing, though. You don't need a car there.
You don't.
You don't drive drunk.
You don't.
You either stumble around, call a cab, they have petty cabs, which is so cool.
Right.
The guys with the bicycles.
What was the one guy playing every night?
Oh, Phil Collins?
No. One was playing Phil Collins, but the other one was playing...
Van Morrison?
Van Morrison.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
One guy played the same song every night.
Every one of them had their own
Maybe they have theme songs.
I think they do. Yeah. And the one guy that I liked the best had no sound.
I'm sad that we didn't do that. That's cool. But I always feel bad that somebody's hauling my big butt around on a bike. They're like,
I'm gonna die. I'm not exactly a lightweight myself.
They can do it with 3 people. It's the way it's engineered.
Yeah. It's gearing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But anyway, they have all kinds of transportation things there. You do not need a car there. Yeah. That's what I love about it.
Oh, so we'll get back to the miles. So now we're up. So now we're up to Saturday.
I have to be looking, aren't I lost my phone. I'm just kidding.
In the living room.
In the living room.
By the way, you guys join us every week from our living room, literally. We put the Christmas tree up, which I think Dersh put a picture of it. Hey, there's a picture of you and Lynn in the bar right now.
I see chickens.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I see chickens now, but the one prior to it was you and Lynn.
I can go back, I think.
Yeah, you probably can.
Me on the boat, you on the boat.
Right. So that was our great night out getting drunk, and it was good.
At Irish Kevin's.
Yeah. It really is a fun town. I always compare it to St. Croix because I lived on St. Croix for several years. But the way that I would say is the weather is exactly the same.
The weather is here.
The weather is beautiful.
Yeah.
But it's a bit touristy now.
It didn't used to be.
It reminds me a lot of like any oceans.
I blame that on several things. Buffett.
Oh yeah.
That stupid Real World show.
I never
On
watched
MTV. Remember,
I never
but
watched
you've
that
heard
show.
of it though, right? Where they did the Real World and
yeah.
they put it in different towns.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they put it in Key West one year.
Oh.
I saw that and I said, why in Key West? That's not a young people town.
Right.
It's not a beach. It's not
Party City. It's
no,
not like
it's not.
Jacksonville
But they tried
or
to make
Daytona
it.
used to
But
be.
then now
or,
people go there because they think it's a cool place. I mean, it is a cool place, but it's not a college spring break kind of hangout thing. So that's kind of weird.
Right.
And they also the cruise ships. There's people there. There's people there for the day.
That one end of the island,
Down
where
by,
the cruise ships come in.
right down by Mallory.
It was way too. That's the place I want to be least.
Right.
Because it's just so damn touristy.
You missed a lot of the other
I-
side.
You know me, I'm not a tourist. I
Right.
want to go meet the people. I want to be where people actually live.
You missed the
and
other
all.
side, kind of where the graveyard is, and
Yeah.
the grocery store, and some other cool little weird artisty stuff.
Right. So we're getting close to only 15 minutes left in this hour. So, so that was the party night. Then the next morning we got up, drank a bunch of coffee. I was moving a little slow. And you know the worst part? You got me up so early.
Not that early.
You just bounced out of bed. You're like 8 o'clock. I'm like, I'm ready. I'm like, oh my God,
okay.
I'm gonna die.
Okay.
I wasn't
Well,
gonna die,
I
but I was
didn't
just
make
moving
you
a
though.
lot.
And to be honest,
oh, you didn't make.
I
me
got
do
up
anything.
every morning, got you some coffee,
You did.
got myself some coffee, went outside, sat on the porch, and left you alone.
Until I self-motivated,
Right.
which didn't
the
usually take too long.
Funny part
I got
is,
going pretty
the funny
good.
part is, people started to think that we worked there.
I know.
They kept asking us questions.
They were asking us that at the bar that night too.
Really?
Yeah, they were asking.
If we worked at the bar?
They were asking us questions. Yeah, it was weird.
No, but at the B&B, people,
Right.
They were. They said, do you guys have a laundromat for visitors?
Yeah, that was funny
We
too.
don't. Yeah.
We don't work there.
And then, I was getting
Oh, we
I was
were in
getting
that-
food. No, I was getting food
Right.
down at the thing, and this lady said it would be really fun to own a B&B, and I just laughed. And the guy goes, "Well, how long have you been here?" I said, "I don't own this. I think the thing was because
Right.
I would get my food and I would take it upstairs and eat it on the balcony, whereas the other people would eat downstairs where the food was.
Well, and then we were at the vape shop too, and that guy goes,
You're a local.
"You guys
Yeah.
are locals,
Yeah.
I know."
And I didn't wear my
I didn't
wear my
bother
shoes.
correcting him.
I
I
didn't
was
wear
just
my
like,
shoes.
I'd rather be a local.
I didn't dress for breakfast.
Right.
I didn't.
We dressed like locals.
And there were a lot of Germans in there, and they dressed up for breakfast.
Oh yeah, Europeans are much more formal than Americans.
Right. And so I think they thought we worked there, but whatever.
Yep.
It was cool.
So then, what did we do?
Sunday?
This is Sunday. What did we do Sunday?
Sunday we went to the Green Parrot and had a Bloody Mary.
That was nice.
That was very nice.
That was a very tasty.
I could have probably had another one of those.
I know,
but-
and I'm glad we didn't because then we would have continued to go.
And you know what? That would have been fine too because you were kind of worn out at that point.
Oof. Well, at this point, I'd already walked 10 miles, 12 miles.
Hold on. I will find it.
Now, the thing, I'm not complaining because when I
Yes,
was in
you
the
are. Shut up.
in the old days, when I was a youngin',
When you were a tadpole.
well, when I wasn't broken,
when you were a tadpole.
I have back issues, so walking is a challenge. So forcing myself to walk all this time was not easy, but it was so worth it because it's just such a pretty place to be. And I didn't want to miss it. I didn't want to have to rent a car or a tram or a golf cart. Next time we will get a golf cart.
I wanted to, though.
I know, but I needed the exercise.
Saturday?
I lost about 10 or 15 pounds,
Saturday.
I'm happy to say. Thank you
Saturday,
very much.
we walked 6 miles. Well, I walked
All right.
6 miles.
Yeah, you walked
probably
about half a mile more that day.
Yeah, 6 miles was
So
the
5.5.
peak. So, let's see. Thursday. Even though I
The
guess the airport.
Yeah, that's a lot.
2.7 miles.
Okay.
Friday, 3.7 miles.
Right.
Saturday, 6 miles.
Right. Saturday was a lot of walking.
Sunday, shut up. 2.6 miles.
See, we were worn out Sunday after Saturday night.
Monday even, because we were walking around the airport.
And walking around town before we went to the airport.
Oh, and I made you walk an extra 6 blocks, and I'm evil.
Oh my God, I was so worn out at that point. I was like, carry
me! You're mean when you're...
Yeah, I was grumpy that day.
Really
oh my God. Well,
it's okay, I know.
I was in such pain.
You're mean. You're just mean.
I wasn't in a good mood for a while
just,
there.
you know what? Just say no. Just say no. I don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So anyway, so you walked a bazillion miles.
So I walked a bazillion miles, and it really was good for the body, although it was painful. So I don't care. I wouldn't trade it for a moment. So we're on Sunday. We
went to Fogarty's.
Oh, yeah,
Fogarty's is a restaurant next to the Flying Monkey.
Right.
And the food is pretty not overpriced, but it's expensive, like a resort or Hawaii.
It was like $12 for a...
No. Fogarty's isn't expensive. Overall.
Oh, overall, it's very expensive.
If you want to go to a fancy...
It's like going to Hawaii.
If you want to go to a fancy... Not even a fancy restaurant, a regular restaurant. All the entrees are like $30.
$30 a month.
$40, whatever.
Yep.
So, we said, okay, we have these coupons. If you buy some food at Fogarty's, you get a free monkey, which I wanted a monkey anyway. I call them monkeys. It's whatever. It's a drink. So they were really reasonable. They like $12 on average for a burger or
this fish sandwich I had was like the whole side of a 10-inch fish, and it was fresh and it was thick, and oh my God,
it was not cooked to death.
I couldn't eat it. I got halfway through it, and I was done.
And I got a shrimp po' boy, and I had...
What did you say, 26 shrimp?
Quarter-sized
shrimp. And they were the big ones.
Yeah, like quarter bigger than
they were cocktail shrimp.
Big, not the little popcorn stupid shrimp.
Yeah.
Big,
they were like cocktail shrimp.
2 dozen shrimp on there.
Amazing.
For $12, $11.
And we each got
And we got a free drink.
Right.
Because we bought food.
That
was a deal.
So that was a bargain.
That was really a deal.
Because normally those drinks are $7 each, right?
$7 without the container and $11 with the container.
Yeah.
They sell almost like a water bottle souvenir thing.
Right.
And if you keep it and you go back, then you only pay $5.
Right.
For the $5 or I don't know, $5 or $7.
Yeah, I think you said $5.
I had a coupon for that too.
Lisa has coupons for everything. Lisa is the world's greatest shopper.
That's the thing, though. If you go down there, stop by the stands of people that are trying to, get you to sign up for whatever, kayaking, because they'll give you coupons for free beer, free food.
Hey, Jerry makes a comment that he walks that every 3 or 4 days, 10 miles. And Jerry, he's the hunter.
Right.
So I'm sure when you're in hunting season, Jerry, you're walking a lot more than that. But anyway, so Sunday.
That was an anomaly, but it was
right.
good. Even I got sore.
We walked. That was a lot of
Walking. We didn't even mean to walk that far.
We didn't really.
But we did the aquarium thing. Not the aquarium, the eco.
When was the fritters? The conch. They were Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Conch fritters.
Saturday we were going to go out to dinner and we never did.
Well,
that's what the problem was. We never ate on Saturday.
We did eat that little stuff on the boat.
Oh, baguette.
It was like
you ate hummus.
I ate hummus.
What the heck is? Did you like it?
I've had hummus before. I do like it.
Really?
It's not horrible. It's just bland as hell.
They can put things in it.
Hello, I'm hummus. I'm boring.
They can put things in it to make it better.
Right. And what was that other stuff? That was good. Olive.
Oh, the olive tapenade stuff.
Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. You could make that for me.
I could buy it or make it.
Well, buying it would be much simpler.
They have it in Harris Teeter, so.
Yes.
But yeah, that was good, wasn't it?
Yep. So then Monday we just did general shopping.
Well, Monday we had to leave. We had to leave by 1. We had to check
be out
out
of the
by
hotel
11.
at 11. And
we had to get picked up by 1:30, but the B&B would hold our bags for us. So
Right.
we
That
had
was cool.
about 2 hours to walk around.
And then who comes and picks?
Wait.
Oh, wait. Okay,
you
you're
forgot
not done.
the
But wait.
Cuban food.
Oh, my God. Oh, don't forget that Cuban burrito and that
And you were
breakfast.
that was so funny. $12 for a burrito? Can you make a smaller one? She said, yes. How much is it? $12.
Like, wait a minute. That doesn't work.
So you just got, but it was really good. You ate the whole thing.
It was awesome. It
And
really
I had
was.
an arepa.
And we really didn't eat much when we were down there. You know, that's the
That
thing about...
happens to me every time I go there.
When I used to live in St. Croix, I never used to eat much as a kid because with that hot tropical weather and all the time and the sun's always on you, you don't really get that hungry. You stay sweaty a little bit. And
I thought that maybe it was because before...
Cold drinks sound real good in that weather, you know?
Before when I would go there 15 years ago when I was not an old person,
right.
We just sort of drank all day long,
I used to, yeah.
But not drunk, just a little drink, a little drink, a little drink. Yeah. So we didn't eat that much. We would eat the Cuban... what?
Cherry hummus goes good with tequila.
Oh, gross.
That's fine.
My stuff's not... Oh, there it is. Okay.
There you go.
There it is.
Yeah, so that Cuban breakfast, she was really nice. And the food was really
sweet,
good.
Yeah.
And what was the name of her place? We gotta give everybody
Key West
kudos.
Cuban coffee, I think. Wasn't it?
Key West Cuban. And we didn't even have her Cuban coffee.
Right, but it was good. It was very good, and it smelled great. And I had the arepa was good. I've been wanting one of those since the first time I had one 15 years ago.
What is it in arepa again?
It's cornmeal. It's kind of a cornmeal, almost like a English muffin made out of cornmeal, and you put whatever you want to put it inside of there. They put, I got ropa, ropa, pulled pork, Cuban pulled pork, and some cheese and some sauce and that green salsa.
Oh, that was a tomatillo salsa.
I think
right?
so, yeah.
It was very good.
Really, and Cuban food isn't spicy. It's just really tasty.
It had a little tang to the...
But it's not spicy like Mexican.
Yeah. But I had the... chorizo.
Oh, it smelled so good.
I love chorizo, man. And of course they put the cilantro.
Whole cilantro
over the top.
When I
looked at it and then cut it and took my first bite, I went, okay, that's a $12 burrito all day long.
And when I went up to the front, she said, everything okay? I said, yeah, he's just grumpy in the morning. And she laughed.
I am not a good morning person.
You are seriously not.
I'm far better at 2 a.m. than I am at 8, 9, 10
I'm sleeping then.
I know, it's weird. So anyway, it's now 10:23. We're supposed to be done in 7 minutes. So how are we going to talk about... Oh, wait, let's finish the trip.
We went home.
Basically, we did that, walked around a little bit.
You got mad at me because I went the wrong direction. I have the best sense of direction, and that, I don't know why.
You completely lost your bearings on that aisle.
Totally off course the whole time we were there.
That was funny.
Totally.
Kind of cracked me up in retrospect. Anyway, so we got back, get our stuff, and who was waiting there but our buddy John. But not in this beat-up old Dodge, I know that's delicious looking, Dodge van that he was in, but this brand new looking Mercedes job, all fancy inside. It was really nice.
It even smelled new, even though it wasn't new, but it smelled new.
So we sat up front and talked to him the whole way.
Oh yeah, because on the way down we sat in the back because we thought
had
we
to
were
yell
the cool
back
kids.
and forth over everybody else on the way down.
Plus it hurt.
Right. Oh, it's like riding in the back seat in that old van. It was like riding in the back seat of a school bus, which as a kid was really fun, getting jounced all the way up to the ceiling, but not so much as an older.
Elderly, I almost call yourself elderly.
Older adult.
You're a coupon.
So are you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, Durst says we have 2 hours and 46 minutes left in Easy Talk, so we're good, Chuck. I don't think we're going to talk that long, but we'll see how it goes. So anyway, let's finish up talking about the island, seeing we really don't have a time thing. John, what's the name of their place?
Key West Shuttle.
Key West Shuttle. He's a great guy. He is a friend now, so I guarantee he and I will be talking. And
He
we'll
lives on
go down there
Marathon
again.
Key, which is
He's
also
already
cool.
invited us to come down.
Did he really?
Yeah, he said, come
Nice.
on down. He goes, we're going to keep in touch, man. I was like, good.
He called you Charles.
He hit it first because he didn't. He was just ready
that's
to
because that was
manifest.
on the. We had to do it the way we did it on the plane tickets.
Right.
So.
Right. So we had a great time hanging out with him, going on the way back. I gave him a nice little present that I think he enjoyed. And let's see.
A lot of interesting people.
A lot
Both
of
ways.
interesting people.
Weird, interesting, but.
What? Okay, first of all, what is up with all the Russians? The entire south of Florida, and especially the Keys.
Well, one thing I looked up was the whole women going to the U.S. to have their baby.
Right.
But that doesn't really explain all the people that were working there.
No,
I'm not really
so
sure.
Many. I mean, if they weren't Russian, they were German. And then if they weren't German, they were Middle Eastern.
Well, the
or
Russians,
the Moroccans.
The Russians were working in the stores. The Germans were tourists, mostly. And the Middle Eastern people were mostly also working in the stores. But there were a lot of other people that were not German that were tourists. There were I want to say there were more non-Americans at the time we were there, as tourists. I mean, we saw a lot of Japanese people. We really did. I mean, besides the stupid little white boys that were walking around thinking they were going to get drunk.
Yeah, well, you always got them.
Well, yeah. You used to be one of those.
I was usually the calm voice in the back that kept people out of too much trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I was the leader of the pack.
I know. Yeah.
I've never been a big head at anything.
You can't fool me. You can't fool me.
I thought it was a good theory. All right, we had so much fun growing up. I could tell you stories for days and weeks.
Well, that's another story for another day.
But that was all before I got saved at age 37. So
that's another story for another day.
That's another story for another day. So John took us back to the airport.
Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah,
where we found out that our plane was delayed
and
for an hour.
traffic was miserable in Miami.
It's apparently like that every day, though.
I just don't. If you live in Miami, I'm sorry, but I don't love Miami. And John, the driver, he detests Miami. Every time we got near it, he goes, I hate this damn town.
Yep.
It's funny. So anyway, we get to the airport. Everything, well, no, we got a big delay. Right?
An hour delay.
Yeah, hour delay.
For some reason, they had to...
Extra maintenance cleaning. What was it?
Additional cleaning on the plane that we were getting on. So apparently either somebody got sick, died, had a baby, threw up,
blood,
something.
vomit, or some other bodily function.
Yeah. Pooped their pants. I don't know.
But the flight was nice.
Yeah.
Got home.
Actually, JetBlue I liked much more than Delta. Didn't you?
Yes.
So they were cool.
I've been on many Delta
apparently
flights.
Apparently they're the number one preferred airline right now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I
haven't flown in 10 years, so I used to fly all the time.
Oh, I did too. I used to travel a lot growing up, especially.
Do you remember the one that they had that was what was it? $29, and you got on the plane.
No,
and
Southwest at one time.
No. This one was in 1985 or 6.
Yeah.
You would just get on the. Maybe it was a North Carolina thing. I don't know. You would just get on the plane, give them $29, like in cash,
Wow.
and they would take you to New York. I'm gonna have to remember what.
Voluntarily.
No, we had to. Okay, so no, we had to.
New Yorkers say, but I want to go to Miami.
No,
North
we
Carolina
had.
I don't want to go to New York.
We had a business thing that we were doing that we had to go up to Connecticut a lot.
Right.
So, but it was only $29 to New York, so you could easily drive to Connecticut.
Right. Good night, Coach. I see you left the conversation. Yes. So.
It was crazy.
Yep. So. It's that just about covers the trip. I mean, we can talk about this anytime we want next time.
Yeah. But I'm glad that you liked it. You didn't want to go, and then you had a great time. So
I really did.
I'm
It
really
was very
happy about
surprising
that.
to me.
It was very relaxing.
Oh, man.
Even though our boss tried
We
to
really-
kill it the day we came back.
We
but,
really needed that, though. That was good for the soul.
and
I
wasn't
recommend it to anybody,
and
even
don't
if it's
take
just
your
for 4
computer.
days like we did.
Don't take
Yeah,
your
don't
computer.
bring your computer. Just, I mean, you still got your phone, so you could do everything.
Well,
your
yeah, I
computer
mean,
could
I
do,
wanted my
but-
phone so I could take pictures mostly.
And tweet, and Facebook.
Yeah, but mostly pictures.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had no internet,
Yep.
I would have still taken pictures all
Yeah.
over the place.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So, for Christmas, what do we got going on? We got kids coming.
Oh, my kids are coming
is
over.
your sis coming or no?
I don't know. She's being weird about that.
Well, your sister. She does what she wants to
Yeah,
do.
and it's fine. We can
And
see
that's
her.
cool.
We can go see her anytime we want.
And we finally got a tree up, and all the cats have
It looks really
visited
good
it.
without my glasses on.
Yeah, it's pretty
The
nice.
lights are
tree.
bigger that way.
So we're gonna have a pretty chilled Christmas. We've been doing so much.
Yeah.
I mean, the trip to Florida wasn't cheap. I mean, it was.
Thank you, Eugene.
Yeah. Her stepdad again.
He passed away, and we used some of his money.
We did
little-
a lot with it.
Yeah, it was really not it was a tiny amount of money, but we did a lot with it.
We did. I think we were wise with it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I see most of you guys are gone, and it's already 10:32, and I've about run out of things to say. Obama still sucks, of course, in case you were wondering. He won't go away. When he goes away, I'll stop saying it.
He's never going away.
Well, then I'll never stop saying it. It's already been 10 years since I came up with that expression.
He's not going away. Somebody has to be the adult in the room.
The dolt in the room.
The adult,
No,
not
take out
the dolt.
Take the A.
He's
and
not
add an O.
stupid. You don't like him, but he's not stupid.
I don't like him.
He's not even dense. Another joke for
Another
another
inside
day.
Let's see, anything else we forgot?
Um,
Oh, wait, when we came home, your son had been nice enough to go fetch our dogs from the doggy.
the kennel, the
Well, not it's
doggy camp.
Doggy
They
camp.
went to doggy spot.
And it's funny because they're
worn out.
love going there
They
because
had a
run
vacation,
they
too.
run to the door. They
Yeah.
They're like, bye, see ya. They're like kids leaving the camp.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, bye, see ya, bye.
They love it.
But when we came in the door and they were here all by themselves, and they're like, where the heck are the parents? And then we both come in. They were so happy, wagging tails, jumping all over the place, and the cats
And
were
the
all
cats are like, you're never coming back.
You're right. Cats are like, we don't even like you people, and we missed you.
It's true.
It's true. How you doing, Dennis? Welcome, man. It's late. We've been talking about our trip to Key West. So make sure, and all of our adventures down there. So make sure you listen to the replay of this. It'll be on YouTube, and we'll make sure we get posted for everybody. We're so blessed. I mean, we really are. We get to do fun stuff. We're not rich. We really do live in a tiny home of less than 700 square feet. But because we are less about that stuff and more about having fun and enjoying life, we're having a ball.
Experiences, not things.
Right. Memories are what you take with you. I agree with that.
Travel.
Yep.
Travel,
Well,
don't buy
you know
stuff.
what? You kind of jump-started my world when we got together. You're like, let's do stuff. And I'm like, anywhere you go, I'm following. And you are.
Unless you're sore and then you yell at me.
Well, that happens, though. I can't.
Just say no.
Just say no. So, what do you got to say? Wrap it up.
Me?
Yep.
You forgot to say hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. And you forgot to say what our Twitter names are.
Oh, yeah. You are Louise.
What are you, Jason?
Well, you know what? I got on the air and I just flubbed it up from the beginning.
But, yeah. So if you want to follow us on Twitter.
Yep.
I'm Louise, Laweez. You probably don't want to follow me if you like Chuck.
Well, you
Read
might,
my
though.
profile. But I'm funny.
Be very. Lisa's funny.
I'm funny.
She's very informative.
I take
and
pictures of my food.
She's also very liberal in her politics.
Right.
So if you don't want to see that, don't follow her.
Or follow me and don't read that part. I do really
because
nice.
Her other stuff is really good.
Yeah,
she does a lot of great stories
very
and stuff.
Good photography.
Yeah, you're a hell of a photographer and a foodie. Foodie to the max.
Funny. So don't be offended. Just don't skip that part.
Yeah, Durst says he followed you before Jack banned him for life. Jack said, Jack.
Well, okay, another story, another day.
I hope you're listening. You're a little.
He's not listening. Anyway.
And
you are.
I am Chuck.
NASCAR Chuck.
I am Chuck.
No.
I am now known as NASCAR Chuck 336.
All one word.
All one word.
And if you ever disappear off Twitter, go to my timeline,
right.
and I will have you tagged in it.
She'll send you my next. Because Twitter, you're never gonna beat me, and I'm never gonna quit.
Your latest,
and I will always have extra accounts. Thank you very much, Jack.
Is that what it's called? Iteration.
My latest iteration, yes. I believe in free speech. Lisa agrees with me on this. We disagree on a lot of things, but she totally agrees that the way that Twitter treats people as far as free speech is wrong.
And Facebook's doing it now.
Facebook is doing it too, and that sucks. I spend more time on Gab nowadays, almost as much as I spend on Twitter now. And I've seen a lot of people that got kicked off Twitter that just don't care. You know, I mean, a lot of people on Twitter are fed up at this point with them. So, if you're on Gab, I am at Chuck Nellis there. And if you're on Facebook, I might as well give you that one too, because I have a political page there. Lisa's off doing something for a minute, so I'll take over the stage. On Facebook, I am Chuck.Nellis.7. So, anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Lisa, say goodnight, everybody. She's disappeared. Oh, no. Miss Lisa.
Yes?
Where have you gone?
I was in the fucking bathroom.
You're in the fucking loo.
That's it.
You gotta say the loo if you're...
The loo. I'm sorry, I'm not British.
Well,
I just like to say that.
Yeah, I thought Lynn rubbed off on me more in that couple hours.
Oh, for the whole hour that I knew her?
Oh, you spent about 4 or 5 hours all total, I guess.
Yeah, we went to the bathroom together. Oh, sorry, we went to the loo together.
We went to the loo.
So now we're bonded for life.
Yeah. Yep. Say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Lisa.
Say goodnight, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Say goodnight, Gracie. Good
Wait,
night,
where's
Gracie.
the cat? No.
Yeah, right. Good night, everybody. We will see you next week. I hope you enjoyed visiting with us.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, and God bless you all. From the bottom of my heart, I mean that. We appreciate you. Jerry, Dersh, Dennis, and that's it. As far as everybody on the thing. But everybody else, good night. God bless you. Merry Christmas.
And see you next week.
We'll see you before New Year's.
Yep.
Bye.